In the heart of Lavaca County, Texas, lies a small town with a rich history and a proud heritage. Welcome to Halletsville, a community with deep roots and a story that stretches back to the early days of the Lone Star State. Halletsville's story begins in the early 1800s when a land grant brought settlers to the region. Among these settlers was John Hallett, who alongside his wife, Margaret, established a homestead near the Lavaca River. In 1838, John Hallett was tragically killed while defending his property. In his honor, Margaret donated land for a courthouse and a town square. And so, the town of Halletsville was born. Throughout the 19th century, Halletsville grew and prospered. The arrival of the San Antonio and Aransas Pass Railway in 1887 brought new opportunities for trade and commerce. And crime.
The jail was built in 1885 and was the county jail until 2005, making it the second oldest continuously operating jail in Texas. So yeah, a lot of records were just lost. A lot of them were destroyed intentionally, I'm sure. Small town justice, and a lot of records just never happened. The person we found was
Jacob Hornshoe,
who died here from alcohol morphine poisoning. I know of at least 3 suicides, a couple of alleged suicides.
The 23 confirmed public hangings, but I mean, there's hundreds of deaths that occurred here.
Twice the jail was flooded with 8 feet of water, and everything here was
and all those
lost,
records were destroyed. And then
this was here before the courthouse.
Experiences here have had me believing things that I really didn't necessarily believe in before. So that's true. It's an eye-opener here for sure.
It's probably one of the most active locations that you'll be in. It doesn't give you that scary kind of feeling about it at first.
Until it's dark.
Until it's dark. My first weekend here, I mean, we got disembodied voices. We were sitting in the cell on the women's side. It sounded like Mothman jumped on top of this cell, stomping around. It was really freaky. But we've had so much of
full body
apparitions,
shadows, being touched, being pushed, having clear conversations with a disembodied voice, like a very intelligent, hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Like very intelligent conversations.
I've been touched, I've been pushed, things stolen from you that you just set down and now it's gone.
Yeah, things will move
where the hell is
for
that?
you. And then you go to the beyond your typical paranormal things. Showing up in people's photos when we're not here, hearing each other's voices when we're not around, having a conversation with her in the kitchen, but she was sitting in the garage the whole time.
Hearing our voices on recorders saying things we didn't say, or out of a ghost box, and someone who's with you, it's your voice. Yeah. You're almost 100% guaranteed that you're going to have some type of experience when you're here.
Tell us a story.
Yes, about your daughter. The ghost story.
Okay.
I want to hear it.
Okay. Me too. So with our daughter, you know, she's been kind of seeing things since she was little.
And when it probably started around 3 years old. She would have, conversations, and I go, "Who are you talking to?" Thinking, it's an imaginary friend or someone else. So I open her door and go, "Who are you talking to?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm talking to the red-haired lady." Well, she has red hair, so I'm thinking that, okay, this is just, we emulate ourselves. We're children, we're egocentric, we think of ourselves.
Right.
So I close the door, I go on about my business, and suddenly I hear a grown woman's voice. So I open the door again, thinking she turned on her TV, what's going on? And she's got the closet open. So I know y'all have seen that movie with the little girl in the closet.
Yes.
Yeah. And she goes, "Oh, I'm just talking to this lady." And I said,
No.
"Okay." So I go through some picture albums and go, maybe the lady you were talking to has her picture in here. So I show her, we have a large family. So I'm showing her just random people. And it's like, no. She goes, "Her." Now it's a black and white photo. And she goes, This lady was talking to me."
And who was it?
It was my grandmother. So it was my mom's mom, who has bright red hair. And she goes, "Oh yeah, I was talking to her." So she has the same kind of gifts and abilities that has been passed down on both sides of my family, which is really neat. But at the same time, we tell our kids it's your imaginary friend.
Right,
we
yeah.
just kind of dismiss them. And I've never dismissed her. So fast forward to when she's maybe 11 or 12, she hears like a knocking on the door, 3 knocks in her dream, and then opens the door and says it's an animal walking upright like a person that walks in the door. And I'm like, never answer the door on 3 knocks.
Okay, that's crazy. What is that?
So I'm hoping that that's the SPI girls here. Like, should we go check?
I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's do it. With the spring paranormal investigators arriving to the jail, the whole crew has assembled and is ready to get started with the investigation. We decide to start in the downstairs area of the jail where the sheriff's family used to reside when they lived in the jail.
One of our early sheriffs had 6 children. His daughter was born here, died here from some flu
Had her
epidemic or
funeral here
something.
as well. She was 9
Had her
months
funeral
old.
His son didn't die here, but had his funeral here. There's been a lot of children through here. We get that occasionally.
Yeah, people will get a lot of like child activity and they think it's like, well, why are there kids here? Or is it something evil? And it's like, well, no, there were kids here for a very long time, up until the late 1960s when Sheriff Dodds was killed in the line of duty. His family was actually the last family to live here.
If there's anyone here with us, if you would maybe turn off the red flashlight or turn the black flashlight on, that way we'll know that you're here. You can interact with either of the devices with the green light or the one with the antenna. That way we'll know you're here. Also, we just come here as friends. We'd like to ask you some yes and no questions, but we need you to interact with one of the devices, one of the lights, the K2 or the REM pod first. So if you would kindly activate one of those for us, please, so we know that you're here.
Once you interact for yes answers, we'll ask you to turn the light on. If the answer is no or I don't know, we'll ask you to leave the lights off or as they are. Can you please give us another sign that you're here by activating any one of those devices, whichever you choose? As she said, we come with only respect and good intentions. We mean you no harm, and none of our devices will hurt you in any way.
I know you get a lot of people through here, but we really are just here to talk to you and be kind. Would it help you if we introduced ourselves one by one? Maybe
Yep,
start
that's a
with
good
you.
idea.
All right, I'm Lynette.
I'm Amy.
I'm Anastasia.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Angela.
My name is Angela Kotz, and who I am is kind of a little bit of a weirdo. I am a Batman lover. I am a mother. I am a wife. I am a small town country girl. And I have a love for paranormal. So I grew up in a small town, and in that small town, we didn't have much, but what we did have was each other. I mean, ever since I was little, things always were happening in our house, and no one really had an explanation. We talked about ghosts, but no one really talked about ghosts, if you know what I mean. The house that I grew up in was haunted. When I had friends stay over, that's when I really started noticing that I really wasn't like a lot of the other kids. I had someone stay over one night, and they saw a lady walk down the hall. And they thought, what is your mom doing up? Oh, we better be quiet. And I'm like, that's not my mom. She's in bed. And freaked them out. So little by little, very few people would stay with me. You had to be kind of brave to stay at my house. I've always been able to hear spirits. They've always been able to talk to me. And I didn't know what a medium was. We didn't have the medium shows like we have now. Now, seeing ghosts and different things, I was always able to see them, but it's not like you see in the movies. It's not like there's a woman standing right next to you and it's almost like you can walk up to her and have a conversation. It was more like a faint outline, and you could see them almost like with your eyes closed. You sense them, and I know what she's wearing, I know what she looks like. It's more of a sense that you start kind of using. But I've always had a fascination for weird things. I've just never been called normal in my life, and I don't aspire to be. If I'm that kind of person that walks in a crowd and I stand up because I have pink hair or a pink dress, or I'm big eyebrows, like I don't care, like I'm gonna be me. And I think other people should aspire to be themselves as well, the best versions of themselves. That hurt thing keeps going on.
Yeah, is it me? Is it my jacket? Here's somebody else here.
I'm not sure
But
did we
it's
test.
steady.
Well, now it's starting to go off on mine. It was stopped completely. So hi. If I'm sitting in your spot on the bed, you can go ahead and turn off the flashlight and I'll get off the bed. If I'm kind of in your way over here, I don't mind moving. Oh, okay, I'll move off the bed over here. What? I'm in her spot.
How do you know?
She's told me. So we would like to just have a conversation. So we're hoping if you see those little lights over there, if maybe you could just touch that little thing, the antenna, just touch it with your finger. Just make it go off just so we know you're here. I see you going off over here on my little meter. You're possibly sitting with me.
She looks like she's looking at us.
Yeah, I don't like her face. I'm sorry, that's rude. I'm so sorry. It's not your face, it's my imagination.
It's not your face, it's me.
It's me. It's not you, it's me. It's not you, I'm sorry, it is me. It's not her fault.
We come here with very positive energy.
Yeah.
We're not going to be in your way for long. All we're just asking is if you could turn off the flashlight for us. And I know you're pretty good at that. It's kind of different. Most people come in here with a lot of crazy stuff, but it's just a flashlight. You just have to kind of touch it. Do you want to try? So that way we can see if you can mess with it, and we can just see you try. We had someone here before. Can you come back, please? I promise, just a few questions. She's on the bed with me. She's on the bed with me. We'll talk to anyone. If there's other spirits here and you want to approach the devices, we'll ask you some questions as well. We'll talk to anybody.
Calling all spirits.
Paging all spirits.
Paging all spirits. Only good ones with great intentions.
That's right.
You're in a jail, you might not get too many of those.
Well, yeah. Your best.
That's right.
Just your best.
Just your best, whatever your best
We're
is
just
right
doing
now.
our best too, to be honest.
Chills up my left leg. Chills up my left leg.
After I said what I said.
Anyone get a slight chill
Like,
there?
there's a lot of times I could have been in jail too. It doesn't mean you're a bad person.
We're non-judgmental.
Yeah,
here.
like things
Right.
happen.
We're just wondering if Mr. Dodds is here, maybe? Possibly. We know the Dodd family was here. Is anyone from the Dodd family possibly here that just wants to say hello? We've been learning about the history of this place and about the jail and about the bedrooms and the people that went here. Just curious if you wanted to just have a conversation. Or if you want us to leave, you can also just turn off the flashlight and we will be happy to leave this room and go to a different one to give you your space.
Whatever spirit was in that room seemed to really want to communicate at the beginning, but we had kind of a delay getting started, and they seemed to unfortunately kind of lose interest in us, which happens. Just like people, they have, lack of patience sometimes.
They walked away. And that even mine went down.
Yeah.
It was going crazy.
was-
We had somebody here in the very beginning.
It's a patience thing. They're like, oh, you're not in our okay, I'm on.
Right.
It's kind of that, like, you gotta strike while they're hot thing.
Yes. I think they're still kind of here, just walking around. They're looking to move to a different place.
Lost interest in us.
I know.
I'm not very interested.
I don't think it's you. That's what Jenny thought before. Jenny goes, "Is it me?"
That's
I'm
it,
like,
being
"Okay."
ghost repellent. There are some
I'm kinda
people that are
boring.
ghost repellent.
This is true. I'll make this easy. If you just don't care, don't do anything. Give us no sign. Give us no sign.
Nothing.
Yeah, they were here, and then they were like, fine.
Yeah.
They didn't give them enough attention at the time.
I get that. I
Yeah.
do the same thing.
Like my
Somebody doesn't give me enough attention, I leave.
We're asking very politely if you could just turn off the flashlight. That's all you have to do is walk over to this device and turn it off. And then we can move on to the next room. And if you want us to stay, please touch the REM pod. Oh, there you are. So if you want to touch the REM pod, that machine over there, we know you're still kind of walking around. It's new stuff. But this is just for communication. This is just for telling the history, telling your story, and we'd love to just know you're here. They're not even playing with the flashlight.
Mm-mm. Not doing anything.
Next room, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
I think they gave up.
Yeah, let's maybe ladies make a wrap and...
Nothing.
All right. Well, Elvis has left the building. I have a creepy doll room at my house, so I wasn't scared. The one doll in the middle was a little bit creepy, and we sort of had some activity, I felt, on that side of the room, but we did get a little bit of a sluggish start with setting things up and getting the questions rolling on time, and I do think they either got a little impatient or lost interest, and we kind of lost them. I think they were in the room, but I think they had no real reason to interact with us at that point, so they chose not to.
Not every room in a haunted building is guaranteed to lead to a paranormal experience, and unfortunately, the bedroom happened to be one of those places. With so much of the jail left to explore, we decided to move to the sheriff's office across the hallway from the bedroom.
We have a list from the beginning of time on the wall in the lounge downstairs of every sheriff that was here.
Up until the late 1960s, when Sheriff Dodds was killed in the line of duty. His family was actually the last family to live here.
These are electronic devices. We're not doing anything occult by any sense. Yeah, we're not trying to bother you. We're just trying to communicate just to know you're here. So if you want, could you please turn on back one of the flashlights? Either one, your choice. And if that bothers you, you can walk over to this machine here and just touch it. And then that way we know you want to talk. If you are cold in here,
Yeah, it's so cold.
please turn the flashlight on or off. Well, on.
Yeah, on. Because it's cold when we play you.
Hi, Ronnie. Ronnie. Or Mr. Dodds, my apologies, sir. Whose hat is this? And whose typewriter is this? That's real. Those are really neat. I like this office and I like this desk. And who are these handsome young men on the wall? Are either of these gentlemen present with us tonight? Stomach? That was my throat. I was gonna say, somebody sounded like somebody growl.
I know, they were like,
It wasn't the sheriff, that's for sure.
Okay, sorry, Sheriff.
sorry. That was the girls.
We really would like you to turn on one of the lights one more time at least for us.
Yes.
Respectfully, please do so.
And we don't want to agitate you.
No. And we've got other rooms to go to, so we won't be here long.
But we saw you turned it off as soon as we walked in, so we know you know how to use it. So if you wouldn't mind just turning it back on, and then we can move on. Come on.
PS4.
K2 on the barn.
Can I use your typewriter?
Yeah. That'd be cool.
If I
Is that
can?
a stomach?
Was that your stomach?
No, that was not me this time.
That wasn't
No.
you?
That
Oh,
was
so is that you communicating? Like, we are having trouble hearing
That
you?
wasn't me.
He said yeah.
Let's see.
What?
Type in hello.
If you break
If I
typewriter, you buy typewriter.
Yeah.
I will gladly buy a typewriter.
Take it home.
K2.
Does it work or no?
Whose hat is
Semi.
this?
I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna circle.
Easy.
Nice.
Whose hat is this?
Well, he's got
I'm sure you look better than I do.
The cautious one is.
Right? Would you like your hat back? Maybe I should have asked before I took it.
She's trying to mess with the keys. Like, she's trying to.
Well, they're all the same. I think they're for show.
That's
Oh.
me. I'm sorry. All right, I put
So,
it back.
what does this do? Can you tell me what?
So it's scanning
very old.
like AM and FM stations that have nothing. Why is that phone shaking? Did somebody hit the desk? That phone was shaking a second ago.
Oh, she's by
Sorry,
the
I was
typewriter,
dusting off the
so
typewriter.
careful because of the
I don't know if
flashlights
that
as
was a
you
thing or
bench the
not, but
table.
anyway.
They go on.
So it scans the stations that have nothing and have white noise. And then if it's just white noise and they want to speak, they can use that and project their voice through using the white noise. So you get their actual voice and not a computer generated, possibly programmed voice. We like these better than the ghost boxes.
Y'all are quiet today. Y'all was all loud when I was here by myself earlier, making all kinds of noise. So we're just asking while these amazing people are here. They just want to know that you're here, and then we get to move to the next section to see what's going on.
K2.
Is he over there?
The what?
You can.
Can you-
do you need us to step
Yeah.
back? We'll step back.
Can you
Yeah.
get closer to that device again, just so we know for sure that it's you? One you're using on the far end of the desk? Yeah.
Look, they're all
Yeah.
going on.
Oh, hi.
That's
Welcome
Everyone in secession now, that's pretty cool.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We're
If
glad to have
there's
you.
more than one of you in here now, can you do that again? Or just like one of them?
Oh, I saw it.
Was that Remy? Or was it the other one?
My stomach just growled.
One of them beat.
It's going
What's that?
passing.
Sheriff, are you here?
K2 on the far end.
Do you like that song, I Shot the Sheriff? I didn't think you would like that song.
Oh,
I don't want to have to
the
sing.
deputy.
Oh, I told you.
Oh.
You don't like that song. See, I don't want to sing it, but I'm
Maybe
just
you should
trying to get
sing
you to
it,
communicate.
So then he would,
He didn't
Oh,
like
wait.
it
I thought that went on that.
Well, that
start
one was
singing.
that
Maybe
one
that
was-
will help.
because that song says I shot the sheriff and I didn't shoot the deputy. You want to communicate again? We at least got something where yeah, you can come forward. Okay, don't make me sing. I shot the sheriff. Oh.
Do you want Angela to
It
start
doesn't.
singing again?
And I'm not trying to agitate you. I was just trying to see if you could reply. So I know you were shot, and that was not cool. That was a terrible way to go. But we just want you to be able to communicate with us so we can tell your story. We're here to share your history. Because, in history, when you pass on,
the best thing we can do is tell your story so people remember you and keep you where you are in all of our thoughts.
There's this one.
Right. He likes this one.
Probably standing closest to that one.
Yeah.
So he's around this area probably.
He could
Do you
be.
need
He'd
us to-
have to be close to the front of it to make the lights go higher. So
Okay.
he's probably standing kind of in front of Angela.
That's why my legs have chills. That's why I figured, I was like, why do only my legs have chills? So he's standing here. Would you like us to step
really
back
cold
and
in
give
here
you
all
some
of a sudden.
space? Because we can honestly do that and step back. Let's take a step back.
He's saying yes.
Okay, yes, sir. We'll take a step back there so we
Maybe
give you
we're-
more space. Because we don't want to interfere with any of the things.
We're probably impeding on his space.
Are you ready for us to leave?
You've got other people to talk to.
That one is.
Which one?
This
Lauren.
friend.
Can you say something to us? Maybe we can hear your voice, if that's a better way to communicate.
You can speak into that red and black device there with the numbers on it.
Thank you for communicating. Thank you for communicating with us. What we did get, we appreciate. The sheriff's office, when I was here prior, we got the sheriff to answer questions and confirm what happened to him, and it felt like he was here again tonight. He was a little hesitant. There were quite a few of us in there all together. Sometimes that's a deterrent for spirits. They prefer smaller groups.
And they weren't too thrilled with us there, but I think they appreciated we were respectful.
The sheriff's office was really good. I think at first they were hesitant. We had some trigger objects in that room. And I think at first there was some maybe misconception that they weren't being respected. As soon as they realized that we did respect them and that we were just really genuinely trying to communicate with them, I feel that they came around and communicated really well with us in that area.
As the night continues to tick forward, activity has begun to pick up. After successfully communicating with the spirit in the sheriff's office, it's time to venture to the most haunted part of the jail cells upstairs. We decided it would be easier to communicate if we were in the pitch dark. We begin in the main hallway of the cells.
We've had former prisoners tell us. A guy was telling me, I was in this cell back here. I'm the only one in here. And there's a tall black shadow thing walking around the outside of the cells.
We had that one over there in that cell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, I told him, man, you got to get me out of here. There's a ghost up here. Go to sleep. You won't see it anymore.
Or like the intercoms, the ladies that would work here,
Oh, yeah.
they would be downstairs and there'd be nobody up here, but the intercoms and stuff would keep going off. And
Jim said he would hear toilets flushing up here. All kind of stuff when there was no
Nobody up
one up
here.
here.
All right, if there is anybody here with us, can you please turn this flashlight next to me out like that? Lynette, stop moving.
I'm trying to see.
Did he already turn it out? He's
No,
working on it?
he's working on it. I think I know his name, so I'm gonna work to that.
What's your good names? Okay, let me explain them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Once you get that out, we'll be able to have an actual conversation with you. We'll ask you some yes or no questions. You can turn it off for no or I don't know. We'll ask you to turn it on for yes if you would like to.
This one's going good.
We'll give you a minute. We know it takes a lot of energy. We really appreciate you talking to us. Q2's going off up here too.
The ball and chain cell. Okay. So I didn't like that the lights were all turned off. That's new for me. I'm not scared of the dark, but being in a dark haunted jail cell, that's a little bit different. So
Oh, they're active here. Oh my God.
Well, thank you very much for trying. We see you working on it there, so we'll give you a moment.
Something going on?
Please know that none of this gear will hurt you in any way. This is just for us to communicate with you. And come with only respect and good intentions.
Absolutely.
I think he's standing right next to you.
He is. Yeah, it seems that way. How do we find out if your name is Robert? Oh, hi,
Gotta get the
Robert.
light out first.
I want to first see if he's a prisoner. I think so. I don't want to assume.
Almost there. Almost got it.
I was gonna
A
ask.
little bit further. Just turn it slightly further. There you go. Good job. Thank you.
Nope, nope, it's gotta stay up, sir.
Please and thank
He's
you.
getting the hang of it.
We appreciate you talking to us tonight.
He was going absolutely crazy.
He is.
He's got to be really close too.
You think he's right next to you?
I think he's standing in between it and the iron bars.
I think so too.
Yeah, really.
He says he feels proud of it, it's fine.
I think he likes us.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, he's being brave to come so close. I'm impressed.
Can you
Is
manage
this-
to get the red flashlight out again? Please. I think Robert likes playing with it. I'm kind of trying to figure out why I keep hearing the name Robert over and over. If your name is Robert, do you think you can turn off the flashlight? Oh, so he's turned off that one. That's not the flashlight, but that's the flashlight.
There we
thank
go.
you.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna ask
Thank you,
you a
Robert.
couple of questions. Did you used to be incarcerated here? If the answer is yes, if you would turn the flashlight back on. We'll give you a moment. If you used to be, or if you consider that you still are, please. And thank you.
Oh, that's cool. You like playing with that one a lot. It's pretty interesting. It's easier to work than the
We
flashlight.
could have a couple in here, but
I still think he's standing right there.
can you turn the light back on?
Or he's sending his energy and it's pulsing right there. One or the other.
His name is Robert. That's weird.
Ow.
Robert James? Ah, you got quiet on me.
No, I got the name of.
Oh, thank you, Robert James. Thank
Well,
you.
it was if you were a prisoner is the last thing I asked. If he's answering me.
Yeah, now we don't know.
Can you turn that off? I got the name Jim, so we have to wait, I think.
Jim
until-
is short for James.
Nice. Can you turn that off, please? I think he confirmed that he was a prisoner.
A lot of guys named James, they used to call him Jim or Jimmy.
I just got Jim.
Oh, that's just what you felt? That was his name?
Can you turn that off, please? And thank you.
That was me, sorry.
That's
Hit him
okay.
with-
I'm like tired,
cold.
so you can flash stuff in my eyes and I'm just sitting here, I'm like, I don't know.
I'm not trying to laser anybody's eyes.
Robert, were you a prisoner here? Can you turn off the flashlight if you were a prisoner?
I see you trying. Thank you,
Well,
sir.
he's turning it off because we asked him to turn it off. We have to like stick with one thing, like to turn it on and off is no, or start from off.
He's got a delay. He's struggling to work it.
Is maybe two of them working both, perhaps?
You can see.
Maybe we can find out how many is in there.
Maybe a little slow.
Actually, it's like
I'll ask him next if he needs. You're doing a good job, so thank you.
Can you get that all the way back out, please? I know you're trying.
He's trying. Thank you. Are you alone? If you are alone in the cell with the ladies and I, and we'll give you a minute, will you turn the light back on? If it's just you and you're with us. You can leave him with you.
What was the last?
Oh,
there
we go. Okay, thank you. Can you turn that off, please?
Thank you, sir.
We appreciate it. Please and thank you. Yeah, we have to be, I guess, patient with him. He's long on,
What
long
do I
off.
keep making? He's just standing here, right? Okay.
Yeah, we
I think
so.
he's literally standing right there between that and the bars.
It's every time they stand near me, it's my bottom legs have chills. It's weird.
Can you get that back off?
Very trying. The lighter then.
The light.
Oh,
Thank you.
I ask this with only respect. We don't mean to bring up any bad memories or anything like that. But did you, by chance, take your life in this cell? Again. sorry if that's a painful subject.
Do y'all feel anything?
Cold.
Do you feel
It'd
something?
be hard to tell a temperature change unless it was really
Right, that's why I'm not using the thermometer. I'm like,
That-
well,
Oh, what was that?
That was a yes. He was the one who took his life.
Yeah, the flashlight going on and off was unnerving. Definitely, to say the least.
did you turn the light on?
Yes.
He turned it on.
He turned it on and then turned it back on.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I didn't
Sorry.
see that.
Sorry for bringing that up, but thank you for verifying. We appreciate it. Well, now we know who he is.
Okay, that's more of a firm yes.
Yeah, he was struggling with it.
Thank you.
He's probably getting tired. He's having trouble with it.
He's just standing there. Are you kind of worn out from this? I can tell. But at least you told us your name.
Sorry, that was me.
I was like, whoa, cool.
My hand hit it, I'm cold.
Can you use that to see if he's standing here maybe? Like maybe if he senses that?
Freaking out.
No, we're not trying to freak you out.
Pretending.
This is just a light. to see.
What does that do anyway?
So
It's just a laser grid. It's like the red one. It's a different type.
So if you see something walk across it, like a figure, then you'll know that that's
But I mean, they would have to project that. That doesn't necessarily
Yeah.
mean
Right.
that he's not there
Right.
because he's having, I think, energy trying to
Do this.
just trying to do this. Excuse me, I'm gonna have to stand up.
Isn't that typically with more of the shadow figures do that a lot? Or they try to project?
I mean, any of them could be shadow figures if
Right,
they wanted.
Uh-oh.
What was that?
Oh, no, you're still here.
The light bothered you, sorry. We were just testing it out. It's just us
It's
testing.
okay. Can you turn it out again for us? We just want to ask you one more question.
What was that?
That's me.
I heard that.
What?
I'm here
The most feedback from the
Possessed.
Possessed bellies.
Do you want to turn it off or have him?
Yeah,
put the phone?
I hate
think
to
he's
ask
done.
him to do anymore. Robert, we're gonna take it and turn it off. We thank you for everything that you gave
Yes, I'm gonna
us.
touch the
We hope
flashlights
that you
here.
find some peace.
He seemed to have a little bit of trouble working the equipment, except for the REM pod just went crazy. It's like he was standing on it, which guess who's standing next to the REM pod? Me.
That spirit seemed really kind, like he really wanted to communicate with us and really wanted his story to be told.
I really liked it. The gentleman that I think we were talking to was standing right in front of Amy and Angela and I, right in front of the REM pod and the back of the jail cell, and seemed willing to talk. Again, there were a lot of us in a small area, but it worked out well.
Just as advertised, the upstairs jail cells contained a lot of paranormal activity, and it was our most active area of the night so far. We had an intelligent conversation with the troubled spirit through our flashlight. Now into the early hours of the morning, our paranormal team decided to explore one last area before the sun rises, the outside jail cells.
These
Oh, yeah.
upstairs cells were built and constructed in 1874, and the ones downstairs are 1976. So it shows and it's really cool the difference between the cells from upstairs
100
and
years of prison
downstairs.
technology,
It is
how
amazing.
it changed, and
Okay, we're here to talk to whoever's in this cell. We would just like to ask you, I didn't say stop, a few questions. If you would come forward and turn off the lights. We've been very respectful tonight. We just want to converse with you a little bit. You can let us know that you're here by getting near the K2 and affecting that, or turning the red flashlight off or the black flashlight on.
Just like that.
Just like that, thank you.
Thank you so much. That's awesome. We know that takes a lot of energy, so we'll give you a minute.
We appreciate it.
After you're able to get that out, we'll ask you to some yes or no questions. Thank you. We'll ask you to please turn it on. If the answer is yes, please leave it off. If the answer is no, or I don't know.
And we know there's a lot of people that come through here all the time, so we're especially grateful that you're talking to us. If you were a male, will you turn the light back on, please. And we'll give you a minute. What were in these cells?
I think this was the women's cell, so probably dealing with a woman.
All right, we'll wait and see. I wasn't sure. I thought maybe two. We'll see what they say.
Now they said there was a male suicide on this side, so
Okay.
sometimes when there was an overflow, the men were here too.
Okay. We'll give him a minute and then I'll go to the other one, the other option. All right, I'm not sure how long it's going to take you to turn the light on. I don't want to be too quick, but we haven't gauged that yet, so let me just slowly toss this out here. Again, on is yes, off is no. So this time we're going to ask if you are a female. If you are a female, will you turn the light back on, please? Sometimes they don't like personal questions, huh, Amy?
Just like a person, you have subjects that are painful, things from your past that maybe you don't want to discuss, that just bring up bad memories, and it can be the exact same way for a spirit. It's, spirits were once people too.
Yeah, they may not.
If you're still here, will you turn the light on?
We just appreciate with you communicating with us.
Okay, thank you.
Cool.
We can ask you not so personal questions. If you would turn the red light out, and thank you again.
I heard it.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Oh, wait.
Everyone
What's that noise above us?
That's what
There was a few noises.
There's several.
That's
Thank
in
you.
here a lot.
I think I know the answer to this, but
Like
Oh.
that.
like
Yeah.
that. Were you incarcerated here?
We already started hearing voices. We started hearing stuff banging on the cells, and they were talking to us just like a normal voice, and they were unfazed. Me, I was a little bit phased.
I'll give you a minute. It's okay if you were. We don't judge you. Oh, what the heck?
Yep. Did you get that?
I just hope it's not a. Oops, that was me. That was me.
Sorry, we're not trying to disturb you. We're just trying to get a few.
That was too personal again.
That's I had a feeling,
Go
but
another way.
go a different direction. Do you want to ask about the?
Yeah, we're wondering maybe if you enjoyed.
Oh.
Hi, thank you. Sorry.
That was I think a delayed answer to the incarcerated.
That, where it was a yes, that's too personal, I don't want to talk about that.
That's me again. Okay, thank you. Can you turn that off? And we'll go to the next question. We appreciate you answering us. And I'm sorry to keep kicking something under here.
It's the
It's
floors
the ball.
kind of.
Yeah, it's like curling up and peeling.
Yeah, we have multiple ways you can communicate with us in case the flashlights. We have. Oh, thank you. We have this here. I'm just trying it out. It's if you move it and come near it, it'll make all kinds of little sparkly movements. It's kind of neat if you want to try it. It's not like we're trying to make you do parlor tricks or anything. Oh, hi. So we were just trying to communicate with you, maybe tell your story and learn a little bit more. But if you don't want to get personal, we can move to what would be a good question that would be non-personal.
Do you enjoy listening to music? That's kind of general. We can try that one.
Yeah, if you enjoy music, just turn that flashlight back on.
I'll give you a minute because it seems like they are a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, it's almost
like a footstep.
They're up here. I'm telling you, this is the one where I was just standing here going, holy shit. This is the one where I felt strange afterwards, so we may have to all check ourselves after here.
There's a piece of floor underneath me that's like
Right,
cracking.
I
So
keep
try
trying
not
to
to
not
move
do
your
that.
foot.
There was something earlier, footsteps. So they were walking around here, wondering why we're here. Yeah, we're not trying to bother you guys. We appreciate you answering.
Question. Come on. What was that?
Oh, that was one
Okay.
right there.
Okay, so just you.
That was footsteps for sure. Oh my god.
Thank you. We really appreciate that, and it's cool that you worked both flashlights.
Yeah, that was kind of neat. That was appreciated.
If you want to turn that off, we'll come up with another impersonal question that might.
Can we see if they want to use this thing? See if it just, I've never seen
We
it.
can ask them. You turn the flashlight off, and then there's a clear ball behind you. If you move it, the light will turn on.
So I'm gonna sit it here in front of the flashlights away from me so you don't have to feel like with my energy's a bit much. Like if you turn off the flashlights, then maybe you could touch this here or roll it for us. That would be kind of cool. I know that takes a lot of energy and there's not much batteries giving you any more energy. But thank you. You want to try the ball?
While you're working on that, I'm gonna ask one more question.
This ball to light up. I've never seen it.
Light up? I've never seen one either. Do you have friends here? Not in the cell, but in the jail? Stomach. Man.
That almost gave me a stroke. I was like,
Riddler.
oh my god. I know, right? I was like, oh my gosh.
That's why we call those out in investigations too, because you can't tell later what it is. It's like, that was a growl. That was a stomach growl.
Oh, cool. What about the ball? Like now I'm jealous because you use this and not my ball.
Very good, thank you. We appreciate you talking to us. I would have figured you've been here a while that you have some companionship, and that's good.
Yeah.
That's
It might
very
take
good.
more energy for the ball.
It
Yeah.
might. I'm just jealous because you didn't use my ball. So, like, I know there's been other people that come in here that you like, but if you just want to kind of just move my ball.
That's me with my foot, sorry.
I'm just, can you try? We're staying way back from it, so you can try. Because I'm just curious. If you don't want to, I'm not going to make you. This is not about parlor tricks. This is just about, we just want to communicate, know you're here. We've been telling the story about the jail and the people here and learning. And the only way that people know you're here is for you to communicate with these devices.
I have a question, and hopefully it's not too personal, but you've been answering. You're like, that means it's going to be really personal. Did you pass away here? And I'll give you a minute. I'm sorry if that's...
K2.
Here we go.
Yeah, let's do the flashlight for confirmation.
Please.
Please. Please and thank you. Thank you for answering everything that you've answered. We really appreciate your time.
Or por favor, if you prefer.
Por favor. Okay.
Oh, neat.
Thank you, and I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's sad. We hate that for you. But at least you have friendly people like us coming in. We're not agitating. I just want you to do the ball. It's gonna scare the life out of me.
You
but
would
it's
make
just,
her day.
It would
It
make
really
her night.
would.
It would make her month. It might even make her year.
It might. This could be century. Yeah.
Turn
See,
that
I know you know how to use those, but this one's like you can just push it. And if you're bored and you want to push the ball off the table.
Pushing her to that ball.
Like I know that probably takes a lot of energy to move an object versus using a flashlight, I'm sure. But
Right.
Christmas is around the corner. And I'm not getting much for Christmas this year.
Okay.
You're so sweet. Thank
I'll give
you.
you double lights.
That was so nice of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I will consider that Christmas present right there because that was pretty cool.
That was very neat.
So you guys like Christmas? That's not far away. So
You want to turn the light off? Or both lights off? You know,
Christmas
I wonder...
that was off.
Yeah, that's kind of sad that they're stuck here for all the holidays, but he said they have friends.
So that very, very sad to hear you were stuck here for Christmas.
Thank you for being so honest with us, and I know I've inched my way toward more personal questions, so I do appreciate you answering those. You come here with the utmost respect.
Yes, very much. And when we leave here, we will leave you here in peace.
It looks like the way this is working that they're having a problem, so maybe we should wrap this up because you see how it's
Don't
Very-
completely drain you.
Yeah, it's erratic. So thank you so much.
Can you turn it out one last time and then
And
we'll
we'll let you
collect
be.
our equipment?
Angela, Amy, myself, James, really
Thank you.
appreciate this. You've helped us, and we will, if anyone asks, we will say we talked to some really nice, neat, interesting spirits, kind spirits. So thank you.
We will leave you here with my sad little dog.
Oh.
Heavy activity. They weren't just trying to turn the flashlights on and off. They were on, off. They were heavily communicating.
We had another spirit that was initially kind of hesitant to answer personal questions. Lynette kind of baited them into that and got them to disclose a little bit of personal info.
When we started hearing voices and footsteps and bangs, that's when you kind of go, okay. So you got kind of chills a little bit here thinking about it. But I mean, that was just really super cool. You have to feel with the spirits that's there, because some are happy, some are not. I mean, they were in jail. You think they're going to be happy or still happy to be here? No.
But they seemed more almost lonely, like they just wanted somebody to talk to generally to me.
As we pack up our gear and close the heavy iron doors behind us, we leave the chilling confines of the Old Lavaca County Jail here in Halletsville, Texas. Tonight, we've explored the path of the forgotten, stepping into cells that once held some of the state's most notorious criminals and shared the air with spirits that some say are still serving their sentence. We've been rattled by unexplained noises, felt the chill of ghostly presences, and even captured some intriguing evidence. As always, our mission is to explore, to seek understanding, and to communicate, hoping to give a voice to those who no longer live, but might still have a story to tell. Though we may never fully understand the mysteries this place holds, the Old Lavaca County Jail has certainly left its imprint on us. It's a stark reminder of a harsh past, a monument to the spectral echoes of a history that ripple through the present. It's a place where fact meets legend and where whispers from the past seep through the cracks in these old walls. Whether these spirits are trapped here or choose to remain, we respect their presence and thank them for allowing us into their domain, even if it's just for one night. We'll continue to seek out these locations, hoping to shed light on the stories that haunt our world and to give you a front row seat to the unimaginable. As we leave Halletsville behind, our journey continues, pushing deeper into the veil that separates the living from the dead. We may not have all the answers, but we're one step closer to understanding the unseen.